Front-page story in today's New York Times highlighting an issue we here at NewsNation have followed for months. Seaman Kyle Mullen died during Navy SEAL training back in February. A final report on exactly what happened is expected this fall, and in just a few minutes we'll speak live with Regina Mullen on the changes she wants the Pentagon to make after her son's death. But first, her son's story. Regina Mullen says her son was her best friend. Against her wishes, he wanted to be a Navy SEAL.
No, I didn't want him to go. I begged him not to go. I just didn't want anything to happen to my son. I said, the Navy's going to kill you before he left. And he says, no, Mom, being ridiculous.
As smart as he was athletic, Kyle lettered 6 times in football and basketball at his New Jersey high school. He seemed the perfect candidate to join an elite fighting force until something went wrong. In February, at the end of the infamous Hell Week near San Diego, Regina says her son was in respiratory distress and help was not being called. She's a registered nurse, convinced she knows exactly what he died from. Swimming-induced pulmonary edema, a form of pneumonia called SIPE, caused by water buildup in the respiratory system.
He was found spitting up blood and pain from breathing, he could barely breathe. And they're very discouraged to call 911. He asked to lay down, and he died in a 19-year-old boy's arms. He turned blue.
She says she could hear the trauma in his voice, the result, she believes, of excessive training. She says her son confided in her that fellow trainees were relying on performance-enhancing drugs to get through, that steroids were a widespread problem in the SEAL program that the Navy ignores. In response to a NewsNation request, the Naval Special Warfare Command says, in part, multiple independent investigations are ongoing into the circumstances surrounding Seaman Kyle Mullen's death. Until the investigations are complete, it is inappropriate to speculate on the cause of death or contributing factors.
But unfortunately, now I got to make sure the world knows, because I'm sorry. Nobody should sign up unless they have an independent investigation, because they investigate themselves. And I said, that's like having a mob family investigate themselves. If your son died, would you want someone to get a slap on the hand and move to a different department or something? No, you'd want them held accountable.
We're joined live now by Regina Mullen. Regina, again, so sorry for your loss. Thank you so much for being with us and speaking with us again here on Rush Hour.
Thank you.
So we know that Navy SEAL training, it's been under scrutiny for decades, but there's this new issue of SEAL candidates using steroids regularly, other drugs as well. This is relatively new. How did you react, Regina, to that new evidence?
Well, that has nothing to do with his death. I want to make that clear. But he did uncover that by when he had medical rollback, that the men were doing it. He was told about it and encouraged basically that he needed it to get through Hell Week. But he did not do it. Both toxicology reports came out negative, mine and the Navy's.
Absolutely, yeah, and we want to make that clear. And Regina, there is this final report investigating your son's death. It's expected to be concluded sometime in the fall. Regina, what do you think the report will find? And do you even trust the military will conduct a thorough and unbiased investigation at this point?
No, I do not. And it's a fact, because there are 20 men that secured. One stood up for my son. Guess what? He's discharged or getting discharged. Anybody who stands up for him or tells the truth, even an instructor, they get rid of them. So they're afraid. Those are young men in their early 20s. They're afraid to say anything because they're threatened that they'll be dropped, and they give them, for lack of a better word, shit jobs in the Navy that nobody wants. And they're highly intelligent, top colleges, athletic men that now are getting ridiculous jobs that they did not sign up for.
What do you think will be unveiled in that report once it is finally released sometime in the fall?
Well, I hope it's that he didn't get medically treated for hours and days and he had a slow, torturous death. That's the main reason why he died. The steroid problem is a separate issue. He didn't do it. My son wasn't doing it, and he was aware of it. And that's probably why he was tortured extra, because the other men who do the steroids can recover quicker. Maybe it makes them faster or what have you. And he was a natural athlete. So they were trying to beat him down to break him, and he would not break ever.
Regina, we certainly are so sorry for your loss, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.